Hi, I'm here. I'm back again. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with this rhythm of doing also the weekly energies in English, but I'm going to try to do it if I can and if it's fun and I feel like it. So this is the energies for the upcoming week of the 2nd of September, and it's really interesting because it really resonates with the previous video that I made, the first video I made in English about the new moon of the 30th of August 2019. So this Friday, or when I'll be posting the video, Friday, the last Friday, was the new moon. And some cards that I've picked back in the other recording came up again in this one, which really makes me believe, or I would say just rather emphasizes what I already felt, and the kind of idea that the energy will spread throughout perhaps this month of this new moon. And we can really see from the Tao, so that's how I worked. I've already shuffled the cards because I've previously made the recording in French, so I wasn't going to redo the whole thing. So I always start with the Tao, and then I go with the Sibylla because I felt like it, and then some extra cards. So it's really interesting because we can really see that there's a quest for personal understanding of oneself, and there's this need, like I was mentioning in the previous video, to go deep and go really plunge into the darkest, scariest sides of yourself, of oneself, to realize that the fear was only an illusion. There's a really great need for there's a thirst for knowing, understanding of oneself, and also being able to release perhaps traumas and really traumatizing things that have occurred in your life, to be able to go on and use this as a fuel to keep walking your path, even though, as you can see, the man doesn't really know where he's going. It's foggy, but he already has the intent, he has the impulse. We don't know if he started walking the path, but he's willing to walk the path. So for me, there's really a really strong need this week to be aware of our triggers, of what really scares us. And especially, I think a good clue of what you need to work on would be areas of your life where you have personal conflict or conflict of interest with other people around you. Because like I usually say, what we dislike about other people is actually things that we have disowned in ourselves and that we project onto other people. So if you're in conflict with people, or you really feel that you're in conflict, there's a duality in yourself. The goal this week is to transcend this duality. Obviously, it's not going to be done overnight. It's a long-term process. But this week will really will be very encouraging to work on those disowned aspects of ourselves that we don't want to see, because if we don't own the shadow side, we will never be able to live in the light. And there's a need to make peace with this thing, to understand where it comes from, and where do the self-sabotage mechanism come from, and what are you trying to protect, what are you fighting against, what are the hidden benefits that stem from having conflict with certain people in your life, or with nurturing self-hatred within yourself, for yourself and others. There's a need to go beyond the veil of fear and of I would say this false dichotomy between good and bad, to really see what's the core of the issue right there. And most of the time, 9 times out of 10, it's because of all wounds that haven't been dealt with, that are just resurging with events that life are throwing in your path. So we have the opportunity to put in this bowl what we want to create, the life that we want, but we have to let go of the lies and of the kind of ideas, and I would say even to the point of what we have been taught that is not our truth. We have to get rid of what is not our truth, and we can really see that we're in a growing process, and this week will really allow us to go even deeper in that way, to progress, to keep, evolution is never ending. And for me, it really resonates. It looks like the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot. What it means for me, I feel, is that the energy is there. the impulse is there, the train is on, is on rail, we're moving, it's starting to move, we cannot go backwards, it's not time to retrograde, it's time to go forward and upgrade. So really try to see where are the areas of your life where you feel stuck, where where you are in conflict with other people. And this will also this energy of newness and actually dealing with old things in a new way will help to really cut to the crap and goes to the point and put the energy and the air, the kind of making the situation in your life breathe a little bit more. So it will be rewarding because at the bottom of the card, my cards, we can see that we have abundance, that it's coming on its way, whether it's material or it's spiritual or even it's sentimental, emotional. But to get this abundance and to get the rewards and reap the fruits of your hard work and your hard commitment to your truth and to go within yourself, is the need to really go deep into the core of the matter and the core of what is really hurting you. And there's a sense of being to get freed thanks to this hard work that you're putting off for the people that are daring and that have the bravery to go deep into the wound and to really clear this out and see where you're really at and get out of denial. This will be rewarding not only on a personal level but also on a life, kind of on a larger scale level, because you will be able to nurture something in yourself that was there all along but that you never allowed to be there and to grow. So it's something that it's a really I would say emotionally charged week, because as we can see also with the Sibylla, there's this idea, for me it resonates with air, being able to to see the bigger picture, having the discipline to cut through the crap, cut with what is not working for you. I would also say that it's a good week to start if you have ideas in your professional work. It's the right time to jot down those ideas, keep them on the side, know that they're there, work with a team, be efficient and proficient in your work. But this is not the week to do any sort of investment and of signing contracts, accepting collaborations like sponsorships. This is not the week to do so, because you're still in a position of, I would say, instability emotionally that will blur your judgment, and you gotta remain pragmatic about the offers that will be suggested, proposed to you when it comes to the work life. So nurture the ideas. Know that you have good ideas that will bring potentially money, or if it's more on a personal level, that will make the relationships blossom and flourish into something even more rich. But you gotta wait. This is not the week to take big investment, I would say, risks, and to take projects if you're not really 100% sure that's what you want, because there's gonna be a lot of moving, a lot of emotionally shaking things around, and so don't take too many risks when it comes to the money. This is not the time to do anything very woo-woo crazy, or to be too daring on this. However, on the other side, where you gotta be really kind of honest and really transparent with yourself, is your personal life, whether it's family, love life, with your partner. You got to be honest, because for the people that are in kind of ménage à trois, so to speak, this is the time to cut loose with anything that is not serving you, that is not nurturing you, and that is not fair. When I say fair, it doesn't mean fair as the sense of good or bad. It's at the sense of what is just, what feels for you to be the most balanced thing to do, the right thing to do. I don't know if there's such thing as the right thing, but what is, I would say, that will be suited and in resonance with your authenticity, with your integrity, and that goes and fits the kind of I would say yeah, that would not go against your own personal values. That's what I mean by doing the right thing, is doing the correct, noble, authentic thing to be in authentic whatever you do, and to be truly transparent with your intentions and the reason why you're doing something or you're not doing it, especially in your love life. You gotta be, it has to match your values, and you have to respect yourself in the process. So if you're with someone, or you're in a ménage à trois, like I was saying, and you realize that this is not working, now is the time to stop waiting for things to change and to take actual action and responsibility for what you've done, and to own everything. Own your weaknesses, own your vulnerability, own your strength. You have to own everything as a whole. Otherwise, people will always be able to use this against you. You have to own everything. It's easy to own the strength. It's easier, it's harder to own what you're not really proud about. But if you don't own everything, people will always be able to use this against you, and it will be a sort of alkali heel that you will carry with you. So when it comes to your personal life, time to stop waiting, because life is going to show you, throw on the table, perhaps things that are, situations that are going to occur, that are going to make you realize that waiting in vain is not the right option, is not the most suitable and responsible action to take. So there's also an idea of having friends that if you have someone around you that needs support, whether it's really someone close to you or not so close, but if someone opens up to you, be benevolent and honor this vulnerability kind of breakthrough, to be able to be there for this person if you feel that it's the right thing for you to do, and if, most importantly, the person is really willing to receive the help that it says or she says she needs. Because the downside to that is that don't help people because you feel that it will be a kind of ego booster, and it will make you feel better about yourself if you have done pretty I would say not really trust, like if you haven't been ethically, let's say, very transparent, and you've done things and you think you're going to redeem yourself by helping people that actually perhaps don't even want to get help, but just say they want to get help. You have to have the clarity and I would say train this muscle of being of clarity within yourself, to see where people actually want help and are willing to open up to you and be vulnerable, or whether they just want attention and they don't really want to get helped. And it can also be seen the other way around. If you're asking for help and you're actually openly willing to be vulnerable, be sure that it's for the right reasons and not for the ego, but rather really that it comes from a genuine feeling of needing help and wanting to share generosity and benevolence, and to be attuned with the people around you that might help you if you feel that you need some advice or some sort of attention, but in the good sense of the term. I would say rather support rather than attention. So God only helps the willing, and if you're not willing to help yourself first, this is going to be very complicated to go through this week. The reason why I say that there might be good opportunities when it comes to buying a house, searching for an apartment, looking for an apartment, opportunities will come, or setting up, if you're in a family business, there are good opportunities that will come, but it's not the week to make the major decisions. This week is about preparation, and I suppose next week will probably be about more putting everything into work and starting to put making the decision and officializing things, but not this week. The other thing that really makes me think that when it comes to personal life and personal relationship, there's a need to be honest. I think it came back in the new moon. You got to cut out the bullshit, cut through go to the point. And if you're not satisfied in your love life because you're surrounded by people that are not honest, and you kind of feel it inside of you, because we can see that she's wearing a mask. So this card depicts a woman, but it can also be a man with a very strong yin energy, which is the feminine energy, but it doesn't automatically has to be a woman. But so if there's someone in your entourage that doesn't have your best interest at heart, and you know it, don't be passive. Do something about it and keep them at bay, because people that are manipulative and are compulsive liars will never be a good match for you if you want a healthy relationship that has trust, honesty, and loyalty in it. So when it comes to love life, you got to make some choices. You got to be also, perhaps this represents you. If you're dishonest with yourself, there's no way you can be honest with someone else. So there's a need for big introspection, clarity of judgment, and being transparent about your true intention and where you want to go in this life. Well, that's already quite something. Those are in French, so I'm not going to bother with them, but maybe the imagery will help you. This card is all about accepting to welcome all your emotion, the comfortable ones and the less comfortable ones. Being in a state of allowance will help you to perhaps get the breakthrough that you need, emotionally speaking, to unblock things that were, doors that were closed to this day, but that are now ready to be opened. And it goes in the same line. We have the book of life. And the book of life is about self-discovery and progress and being able to move on to the next stage of your personal evolution and walking your path and getting the knowledge by knowing yourself, and also perhaps getting the knowledge out there through books, through videos, through movies, through documentaries, talking with people. This is the week to really open yourself up and get the info where you need to get the help if you need to get it, and also be there for the people if they say that they need help. If they say that, and if they really want the help, not only the attention and the drama. So here we go. I think I'm through for this spread. I hope it was out of service, and I'll see you around for another video. Bye.